Hello, hello, and good morning. I am my morning coffee family. I hope everybody is doing well this morning. You all come on in and say good morning. Come in as you speak. I hope that you all have your coffee or your tea this morning. Um, my hands are kind of ashy, but but y'all come on in, and I am excited to be with you. I missed y'all last week. I really, 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 really did miss y'all. So y'all come on in, y'all come in, like, share. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I am excited to be here this morning with you. So y'all come on in. Let me know who's here. Let me know who is watching. Who is here with us this morning? Hey, good morning, Latasha. Good morning, my sweet girl. I hope everybody is doing well. As you're coming on in, please make sure that you like and you share this broadcast this morning. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. I want to thank y'all for waking up and starting your day with me. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. This morning, I'm going to give you some inspiration. We're going to glean from each other. And yeah, I think this is going to be great. So y'all come on in. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to I Am My Morning Coffee, where God is our barista, praise and worship is our cream and sugar. And this morning, I am your morning coffee. Adelia is your morning coffee, but remember, you are your morning coffee. You are your own inspiration. God lives inside of you. Creativity lives inside of you. You have everything that you need in your hand, and that has been the ongoing theme for the last few weeks for me. So y'all come on in. I'm gonna get started in just a minute. Y'all come on in. Please make sure that you like and you share. And as you're coming in, please say hello. It is rude to come into somebody's house and not speak. So make sure y'all come on in and make sure you say good morning. So I am happy to see y'all. Very, very happy to see y'all. And this morning, what was laid on my heart is and I use Wednesday mornings as an inspirational jolt. It's like it's your morning coffee. It's literally an inspirational jolt to get your day started. That could vary from different topics, different themes. And to be honest, I really just roll with what God has impressed upon me, and typically is what I'm experiencing at that particular time, or what somebody else may be experiencing at that particular time. That can help you, that can encourage you, that can push you, that can edify you. One of the things, as I'm settling into the brand and settling into I Am My Morning Coffee, is I know that God has a mandate on me to use my testimony and other people's stories to give them a safe space to tell their stories and for people to grow from them. A lot that's my mission here. My mission is what, and whenever I come and speak before you, it's not for any reason whatsoever. But it's because God has something that He's trying to relate to you through either my life or somebody else's life. So, good morning, y'all. Come on in. Hey, good morning, Joanna. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. Yes, I missed y'all last week too. I really, really missed y'all. I really did. So, we are going to go ahead and get started. So this morning, I am excited. God is blessing. He is moving. And so we have a paid advertisement this morning. Y'all, I am so excited. Like, these paid advertisements have me excited, because when somebody inboxes me and they're like, hey, or they want to discuss, or they text me and they're like, hey, I want to discuss paid advertisement. I'm like, okay, what's your business? What do you want to talk about? What do you sell? Let's do it. And so I am very intentional. I don't just throw anybody's stuff up here. I'm very intentional about the things that I put before you. I'm very intentional about the things that I put the I Am My Morning Coffee brand on. So I actually use these services myself. And I actually just started using these services like maybe a year ago. That's a whole nother story. But we're gonna go we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am going to share my screen. Good morning, Rataja. I'm happy to see you. Good morning, good morning. Yes, 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 Joanna. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. We're gonna do this advertisement and then we're gonna jump right in. All right. So again, thank you for joining me for I Am My Morning Coffee. Stand by. All right. I hope y'all enjoy the advertisement. So I actually get with the person and just kind of talk to them about what they want. And believe it or not, I actually like go and create something and then send it to them and see if they like it. And then if so, we roll with it. And if not, they'll send me their own. So make sure you all go and support Gorgeous Glow Aesthetics. She does skincare, micro needling, all of your skincare needs. I promise you, you will be pleased with her services. And it is a form of self care. So make sure that you check her out. So thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I hope that you enjoyed that paid advertisement. So we're going to jump in and listen as you're listening and as we're talking, as we're conversing. If you want to come on the broadcast, I typically try to wrap up around 7:55. If you have something that relates to what we're talking about, what we're discussing, and you want to come in and join us on the broadcast, please, by all means, join us. And I will gladly send you the link and you can come on the show because I love hearing from y'all. I love talking to y'all. I love sharing and exchanging experiences and stories because that's what makes I Am My Morning Coffee what it is. And so this morning, what I wanted to share is just how much we can benefit from not only sharing our wins, but also how we share our losses. We are one whole complete person, right? We are one person, we're not a half a person, right? And the thing that makes us complete, the thing that makes us human, the thing that makes us connect with one another, believe it or not, may not necessarily be the wins because we don't everybody doesn't feel like they've won. Everybody doesn't feel like that they've done everything that they needed to do to actually win in whatever area of life that they're trying to accomplish something in. And so it's really important that you pull on people as a community and just as a support team and as a support group, and you do more than just share your wins. What I love about the people that I hang around and the people that are close to me is that we don't just sit and talk about how we won. We sit and talk about the barriers. We sit and talk about the struggles. We sit and talk about everything that we've been through that have gotten in our way as obstacles to help us win. For instance, I've been very open and transparent about this debt-free journey, right? I've been very very clear that I have agreed that I with God that I am going to sow my way out of debt. Now, while I do share my testimonies online and while I do share those things in a public platform, I do have a support group of people that I share the losses with. Because because believe it or not, come here, you will have losses. You will have gains, you will have losses, and at the end of the day, you have to trust that if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, those losses are meant to encourage you. Those losses are meant for you to assess. Those losses are meant for you to look at and to get back on track. And I'm real skeptical about people that have succeeded and you told me that you didn't have any issues. You told me that everything was fine. If you told me that I just got here and nothing went wrong along the way, I'm not too sure if I would trust your brand. I'm not too sure if I would trust you because the reason why is I trust things that have been tested by fire. I trust things that have been challenged. I'm not saying that if you were born, debt free and with money that I wouldn't, trust your advice. But what I am saying is that I can connect to somebody that I know that have been through that struggle and have came out on the other side. And now they're in a position of wealth. Now they're in a position of being debt free. Now they're in a position of changing their story. And I can get with people changing their story, y'all. I can get with people that have started from somewhere and then ended up somewhere else. That's why I reference Oprah and Tyler Perry because they didn't start where they were. They took some losses, but they had some wins. And but with a culmination of the wins and the losses, that's what made them who they were. That's what made them a whole person. Thank you, Anthony. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all talk back to me because I want to know if this is something that you dealt with. Do you have a safe group of people that you can share your losses with? Do you have a safe group of people that you can tell and share? Like, hey, you know what? I had this goal. I was trying to lose weight. I was trying to save money. I was trying to do whatever. And I messed up. I had a loss, and I need to know how to recover from the loss. And so, in part of assessing your wins and your losses is really, really, really important that you determine your recovery time. Ooh, your recovery time is important. That's critical. The more that you mature in a thing, the lesser time that you should need to recover, right? So if you're, say for instance, you're on a weight loss journey and that's something that you've been trying to do. When you first started, it may have taken you 2-3 months to jump back on board, right? After you've messed up or lost some things. It may take you 6 months to recover from finances, a bad financial decision. It may take you 8 months to recover from talking, to maybe somebody that's no good for you. But what's important is that you don't stay in that place of loss. You assess what happened, you count your losses, and then you have to recover so that you can get back on track. This is where the enemy messes us up. If you have been, and I'm about to go there, if you've been celibate, right? You've abstained from sex 3 years, 3 years, right? You've decided, you've talked to God, you're like, listen, I'm taking sex off the table because it confuses things. This is not what I'm going to do, right? You have the right to do that. You have the right to change your lifestyle. You have a right to change and be somebody different. Nobody has to hold you to who you were, right? But I guarantee you that when you get on that journey, you're going to get a whole bunch of phone calls and a whole bunch of text messages out of the blue. Everybody and their mama and ex and whomever is going to try to reach out to you and try to throw you off your game. When you first make that commitment, right, it can be hard. You get 3 years in, and let's just say that you I don't you can take it how you want to. You slipped up, right? Instead of staying in that place of saying, I've gone 3 years, I had a moment, and dwelling there and saying just because I had that one incident or just because I had that one moment, throw away the whole baby. No, 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 no. That's where the enemy gets us. You do not throw away the whole baby. You don't throw away the whole mission. You don't throw away the whole thing. Are you going to throw away the whole car if one tire goes bad? No. So just because you may have had a incident, you have to jump back on the horse. You have to recover immediately. You know what, God? I was in my feelings. I was in my flesh. This is what happened. These were some things that I was dealing with. And then you have to assess the loss. What got you in that position? All right. Well, I probably shouldn't have answered the phone at 11 o'clock at night. That was my fault because I knew that I wasn't strong enough in that moment because I was already emotional. So you have to assess where you messed up. You have to assess where the loss happened. You have to assess how the loss happened, right? Because if you don't document those lessons, losses bring lessons. And if you don't document how that happened, thank you, Latasha. If you don't document how that happened, then you can't go back and assess what you did wrong. You have to do a SWOT analysis on what happened. And what is SWOT? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Okay, you don't need to be answering your phone if it's that person at 11 o'clock at night, right? You can probably answer the minister's call because they call him to pray. But to answer his call or her call at 11 o'clock at night is a trigger for you. So you have to identify what your triggers are, and then you got to back the train out of there, and you got to say, you know what? Let me be honest. And then you call somebody, right? This is where accountability comes in. Thank God for His grace. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna share something very transparent with you. I don't anyway. So I have a son. My son is 11. Um, my son was yes, losses bring lessons, Latasha. Yes, assessment. You have to assess. So my son was born out of a loving relationship, right? I wasn't married, but it was a loving relationship, right? However, in assessing what happened there, my desire was to have children and to be married. I had it mapped out in my head, right? I was going to be married. I was going to have children. I wasn't having no kids out of wedlock. You can forget that, right? But in the midst of everything, because I didn't guard my heart properly, and because I didn't stand firm on what I wanted, And this is part of the assessment that had to happen, right? Because I didn't stand firm on what it is that I wanted, because I thought that if I brought up marriage, that it would run the person off, because I thought that if I brought up wanting to be not wanting to engage in any sexual activity until marriage, that it was going to run them off. In hindsight, right, and in assessing that situation, number one, I had to be very clear that I was not damaged goods. Now, you can take that as having a baby out of wedlock. You can take that as you slipping up financially. You can take that as you falling off of the horse with your weight loss goals. You can call that to your business. I want y'all to hear me very carefully up in here. You are not damaged goods. Okay? Just because you may have open losses. Just because you may have open wounds. Just because people saw you bleeding. Just because people saw you hurt, because your loss was public, that does not mean that you're damaged, right? Just because they see the eviction notice on your door, that doesn't mean that your finances are over. That doesn't mean that it's damaged. That doesn't mean that you just lost. No, you got to get some more fight in you. Hey, good morning, Brashonda. All right, thank you, sis. Thank you. Make sure you're careful. I'm happy to see you this morning. But you got to have some more fight in you that fights what the devil is trying to tell you. Because after I had my son, after we broke up, and after we weren't together no more, and my whole little white picket fence picture shattered, I thought to myself, what is the point of trying to pursue or open myself up for a relationship? And now I have a son. And people are going to look at my situation. They're not going to try to they're not going to ask me any questions. They are going to just assume, oh, she was out there being fast, or she was out there, da-da-da. But guess what? What if that was my story, though? What if that was the situation, and I developed this public loss? Or my son isn't a loss. You hear what I'm saying? But what if I developed this loss, right, publicly? And what if that was my story? Because somebody was out here fast, or because everything that people do, your behaviors, your habits, and your patterns are very deeply rooted. Typically, that comes from something way back. That's the social worker talking. Okay. So who are we to judge people's public losses? Thank you, Latasha. That's right. Public losses does not equate to damaged goods. You're not damaged because you may have fell off your budget. You're not damaged because you had a baby out of wedlock. You're not damaged because you finally left that guy that was beating on you. Like, you're not damaged goods just because you put the business down for 6 months. Pick it back up. Pick it back up. Don't let you gauging how much time you feel like you lost, or things that you feel like you lost, stop you from pushing forward. Listen, y'all. I hope that this is blessing you. I pray that it does. We need to spend more time in safe spaces talking about our losses and being real honest and transparent about what it is that we've done, where we went wrong. Okay, because I promise you, a whole lot of people got it wrong before they got it right. My sister made it. Good morning. Listen, it is 6:49 where she is. Y'all give her a round of applause. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. And she also has a new book, so y'all make sure y'all go follow her. Go to Cree Speaks. Check out her book. Check out her information. Hey, Jasmine. Good morning. Good morning. Anthony, it doesn't matter what people think, period. We all have issues, failures, and hidden loss. Come on. And sometimes your losses are hidden. Sometimes I'm going to be real honest. I'm not going to tell y'all how I lost in these last few weeks. I'm not sharing that. That's for my personal group and for us to work through. But do know, I've had a recent private loss. Okay. And you know what? My recovery time, that's what I was checking for. I checked for my recovery time, because now I've gotten to a place of maturity where, okay, Delia, you know what? This is what you did wrong. Rectify it, correct it, and let's go. We got somewhere to go. We got somewhere to go. So guess what I did? I didn't have a pity party. Okay. I assessed what happened. And I literally wrote down the lessons of that loss. I've shared it with a private group of people, and they said, okay, well, and you know what they did when I shared the private loss? They said, this is how you strategize out of it. Y'all, I can get up and run around my own living room. I can get up and run around my own living room. Do not take your private losses to people that are going to expose you publicly. Don't do that. You need to surround yourself with people that are going to love you. And yes, they're going to assess with you, but it's no judgment in that. You're learning. You're growing. Now, these are people that are established, okay? They got their stuff together. I'm trying to get mine together, right? So when I went to them about my private loss, you know what they said to me? They said, okay, well, so what did you get out of it? I told them what I got out of it. And then they said to me, okay, well, let's strategize on how we're going to fix it and how you're not going to revisit that again. You know what? That's why I love y'all. Because you don't enable me. You support me. You're real with me. You're honest with me. Let me tell you something. Y'all need to get some people around y'all that's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, girl, you need to reel it back in. You gotta focus. You got something that you're working on. You have something that you're doing. What are you doing right now? You tripping. I love people. I love the people around me that love me enough to not let me train wreck and watch the train wreck and then come and try to put me back together again. Didn't you see me heading towards the wall in the first place? And I'm gonna talk about something that a lot of people don't want to talk about. Thank you, Lucretia. Yes. Cree Speaks. Make sure y'all follow her. We don't talk enough about how to recover. We got to talk about how to recover, y'all, because the truth of the matter, everybody goes through it. And my suggestion is that you just get you a safe circle of people that you can recover with, that will help you recover. Don't take your private losses to be, hello, come on. That's right, Jasmine. Thank you. Yes, that's right. Support and strategize. Support and strategize. That is your word for today. Carry it with you. Let that be your morning coffee. When you feeling kind of, dang, I messed up, support and strategize. And then sip your tea or your coffee and then keep it moving. Yes. Get you some honest friends. That's right, Latasha. Get you some honest people that are going to tell you the absolute truth about what you're doing. And let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say something that's not popular, right? If any of my friends or my family that I love and I care about watch me get, and by the grace of God, I don't have these people in my life. But if y'all watched me get to 800 pounds, you didn't love me. You didn't love me. If you never said anything, if you never said Adelia, and there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it with tact. There's a way to do it with love, because you want to care about that person. You want to love them. If you never try to intervene, because confrontation can be scary, right? And you have to have discernment when you're touching bases with people about where you're seeing them lose, where you know that they can gain, where you know that they can be better, right? You have to be very careful trading in those waters. Don't do that if you don't have a relationship with them. And that's the other thing. Stay out of people's inboxes and you haven't supported, you ain't sown, you ain't gave nothing. And you in their inbox or on their pages talking about, I think you can do this better. Okay, you haven't even stayed around long enough to assess what they're doing for you to do that. You haven't even built support enough or built relationship enough for you to go in and do something like that. So all that to say, if you have people around you that love you and are real with you, that are supportive and will help you strategize, then yes, Carl, love me enough to have the real hard conversation. Don't see me becoming 800 pounds and you don't say nothing, because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. When the heart attack happens, or diabetes happens, or high blood pressure happens, granted, yes, that would be all of that person's, fault per se, because they did that to themselves. But that person should think back on every person that didn't say anything, that didn't have the hard conversation. You just gonna let me go? You just gonna let me go 6 weeks without posting fry on my morning coffee? Really? Now hear me. There's a level of accountability that you have to take. You gotta be motivated, right? But if I lost my dog, and I get in a rut, I need you tapping me saying, I know you lost your dog. I know you miss your dog, but I'm gonna need you to come on back in because yeah, people are waiting for you. You have an assignment. So what is okay, Ashanti? She said, I don't agree with that. If someone gains a lot of weight, it's not others that have to intervene. Now, Ashanti, I want you to hear me. I'm not saying that it's not that person's accountability. You do have to be responsible for yourself. But what I'm saying is are you just gonna let me eat whatever? And I know, hear me, I know that it's that person's responsibility. But there are so many factors that's engaged in that. What if I never grew up knowing how to eat healthy? All I watched was my family eat, right? Whatever it is that they want. If I have a friend that knows better and you never introduce me to better, this is what God does. And this is a God move. If God introduces me to better and I don't take better, then that's my fault. However, I'd rather be surrounded by people that know better and do better and show me and expose me to better than to just leave me out there. That's what I'm saying, Ashanti. I'm not saying that it's your responsibility to help somebody lose weight. I'm not saying it's your responsibility for you to even be checking in and be like, did you eat? Da, 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 da. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that for me personally, it would be heartbreaking to see one of my friends, somebody that I love so very, very much, headed down that path where I know where it's going to end up. I'm just going to watch you go into the wall and I love you. That's part of correction. That's part of love. That's part of and they don't have to take your advice. They don't have. That's why you have to be careful on how you do it. You got to be careful when you do it, and you can't do it if you don't have a relationship with them. I can go to my aunt, right? So that's what I meant, Ashanti. Yes, and be humble enough to listen, receive correction. Our generation isn't. They're so sensitive, Anthony. You correction to them is you throwing the whole person away. I didn't say that there weren't other parts of you that wasn't great. I just said that this part needs help. That's what I'm saying. We are whole people. We have to look at the whole person. You're not a half a person, a fragment of a person, and all of these things factor into you being a whole person. Um, yes, I agree with you. I'm speaking from experience. I hate when someone says rude stuff about my weight. That's why relationship is important. And that's why accountability, right, is important. Your own self accountability. And that's why having people around you that has tact. And it may not always look like, oh, you need to lose about 30 pounds. No, it could look like, hey, I'm going to this group workout. You want to come with me? Or I'm about to go try this health food store. You want to come with me? It looks very different. It looks very different. This takes us having a real look at who, yes, which means friends and family. You're right. Sometimes family think they can talk to you any kind of way, but it depends on who you trust. And you're right, Lucretia. And what I was let me just finish up this one point. What I was saying was, I can tell my aunt something that y'all can't tell her. I can tell my brother something that y'all can't tell them. Y'all don't have permission to. And if I catch you saying some of the things I say to them, we're going to have a problem. But I can say certain things and I can move a certain way because we have a relationship. Relationship makes a difference. If you repeat it, because me and my brothers, well, I love my brothers. We can rag on each other sometimes. I can do that. Let me catch you doing it. It's gonna be a whole problem because y'all don't have the same rapport and relationship that we have. So you can't do that. Right? So that was my point on that. Lucretia, and we gotta wrap up. But yes, Lucretia, that's the other thing. Just because they're blood in their family does not give them permission to just talk to you or treat you any kind of way. And if you're a millionaire or a billionaire, just because your family does not, I don't have to give you anything. Let's be very clear. Especially if I know that you're gonna end up right back in the same situation. What was the point of me helping you? For you to keep coming back? That's not how that works. So even if it's family, you have to know how to draw healthy boundary lines, right? You have to know how to draw the line in the sand, and you have to correct people. You have to teach people how to love you, whether they family or not. And so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. I understand I met a female who never ate veggies and she was 20. I spoke to her about the food groups and eating better. So I feel you. No problem. I love you, Ashanti. You just had a birthday. So happy birthday. Um, yes, relationship matters. I think relationship is key, but after advice or assessing the situation, provide. And that part. Thank you, Rataja. You don't just come in problems blazing. That's a pet peeve of mine. A whole you just presented a whole matter of fact, you just presented a whole bunch of problems. Matter of fact, you are the problem. And whenever you're around, ain't no solution in you. Why are you here? I digress. I love y'all. I pray that you've been blessed. If you would like to sow into this and you think that I am my morning coffee, is worthy of a sow, then you can definitely cash out me at Overflow AJ. I thank you so much for your support. I thank you for tuning in. And I'm excited. I have an announcement coming up. Do y'all want to know what it is? Y'all tell me if y'all want to know what the announcement is. If not, I'll just wait. I'll wait until next week. I'll probably just wait until next week anyway. But I'm excited about that announcement. I'm really, really excited. Or maybe I'll just put it out there. I don't know. We'll see. If y'all want to know, y'all just let me know. Let me see if you I want to know, I want to know. And if you want to know, then I'll go ahead and share it. Because y'all are here with me this morning and y'all rock with me. And I appreciate that. So I'm gonna give it about 30 seconds. And if y'all want to know, then I'll go ahead and share it with y'all. And if I share it with y'all, then I'll go ahead and and I'll post it. Yes, yes, for sure. Why are you here? And that needs to be the real question. Oh gosh, Jasmine. Okay, okay. She wants to know. She wants to know. I love you, Jazz. I really, really do. Anthony said, "Spill it." All right, y'all want me to spill it? Y'all want me to tell it? Oh man. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can tell it. Let's see. Hmm. Y'all give me a moment. Give me a moment. I guess. Oh, hey Kim, how you doing? She said yes. Speak, speak. All right. So y'all want me to spill it. Okay. I'm gonna run this over here. I'm not gonna give you much. I'm just gonna give you a little bit. All right. I'm not gonna give you everything. I'm gonna just give you a little sneak peek. All right, real quick and in a hurry. Y'all ready? I'm about to share my screen. We're gonna do this real quick. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. I wasn't supposed to do this probably until later. But you know what? Sometimes God will challenge you. I'm stationary. Okay, quick more. I want to know. Rejoice. Okay. Hey, Marquez. Hey, you buddy. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So I'm gonna share this real quick with y'all. Real quick. All right. Y'all get to celebrate with me. All right. I wasn't supposed to let this out, but we'll go ahead and do this. Okay. Can y'all see my screen? Give me some thumbs up if you can see my screen. I'm about to show you something. Ah, Lord, help me. All right. What you are looking at the current moment is the I Am a Morning Coffee store that I'm working on. Do y'all see what this is? These are I Am my morning coffee K cups. These are I Am my morning coffee K cups. Don't tell me what God can't do. Okay? Now, I got some other dreams and visions, y'all, that I've been working on, and I'm going to hold that. But don't tell me what God can't do. And if you want to sow to your girl at Overflow AJ. I am so excited about what God is doing. So I have a coffee line. It sounds weird. I have a coffee line. We're moving. This is my coffee line, y'all. And in addition to the coffee line, I have more stuff that we're working on. But I'm not quite ready to release that stuff yet. Oh, not only do we have coffee, we have face masks. What? Y'all, the Lord is doing a thing. He's doing a thing. And you now officially can get your own I Am my morning coffee mug right here. And y'all can come and you can have coffee with me. Okay? So there we go. That's the secret. That's what I've been working on. I've been working on a whole bunch of stuff, but y'all will see in due time. So thank y'all so much for celebrating with me. I love y'all. Y'all are the bomb. You're gonna see a lot coming from my Emma Morning Coffee as God continues to pour. He is the God of the coffee cup, Anthony. Yes, he is. Thank you, Marquez. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank y'all. If you want to sew, I'm getting more comfortable with releasing that because y'all, it be hard sometimes. But anyway, um, if you want to sew, cash app at the bottom of the screen. Overflow AJ. I will be releasing the store soon. Y'all, just stay with me. Come on, Jesus. He's doing a thing. He's doing a thing. And I am excited. Thank you so much. So I love y'all. It's been a pleasure being with y'all on today. Make sure, you know what, I'll tell you what, if you inbox me, I will go ahead and send you the link to the store and give you the password. I have not fully released this because there are some things that I'm still working on and I'm excited. But if you inbox me, I will, yes, Roshonda, come on. Y'all, I gotta go. Y'all, oh, Faith got me living risky. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna take care of Elder Mark on Friday. Don't worry about it. I am going to take care of Elder Mark on Friday because I sow. Let me tell y'all where I sow, just so y'all can understand. Number one, I sow and I pay my tithes and offerings at my home church at the Life Church Christian Center. Okay. Uh, their cash app is Life Church CC. And I also sow into YLC. Good ground. Their cash app is Explore YLC. And I sow into myself. Overflow AJ. I pour into myself and I had to learn how to do that. That has been hard. That's a whole nother topic because when you're a giver, you're not used to giving to yourself. But we'll talk about that at a later date. They've got me living risky. If y'all want the store, you can inbox me. I will send you the link to the store and I give you the password to the store and y'all can do some pre-shopping, right? But I am excited about this. Thank you so much, Rushonda. So I love y'all. I had fun with y'all this morning. Welcome to or thank you so much for tuning into I Am My Morning Coffee, where God is our barista, praise and worship is our cream and sugar. And I, Adelia Johnson, have been your morning coffee. You all have a wonderful and a blessed day.